Welcome to Deep Thought. We need more critical thinkers. Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you what, one of the main things for this channel, Deep Thought, is for people to think and for people to think critically. That's why I said I don't, when I'm throwing stuff out, I want people to think about it. It's not a question of just merely disagreeing just to disagree, but to think about it, to think critically. And some stuff I've thrown out, I'm gonna be honest. People will say, "Oh, that's great, that's great." I was like, "Oh, okay." But I'm thinking to myself, "Okay, but are you thinking about what I'm really saying?" Because critical thinking just means you questioning stuff. That's it. I've seen a lot of stuff online, and they'll say, "This is how you critically think." Look, just question it. Just think about it. Think on this. It's not that deep. Maybe it is that deep. I take that back. Maybe it is that deep because really they's different forces don't want you to think critically, don't want you to question. Like I tell you one, economic, like fashion and everything. Like every year they'll have a different fashion style and everything. Now people who aren't thinking critically, they'll buy that new thing or, maybe buy certain phones and stuff. And I'm like, didn't y'all just come out with one? Or, these shoes are still good. What do I need to buy new shoes for? Or these clothes? Somebody critically thinking will be like, forget that season stuff. This is still good. They'll think about it. They ain't gonna just buy just to buy, But you have a whole economic system that wants people to buy, wants people to consume. A critical thinker is going to be like, I'm not going to get something unless I need it, because they're going to think about it, unless they need it for whatever particular reason. They're going to think about their actions. They're not going to just do stuff because it's the latest trend or anything. See, that's one thing about trends. Trends, they don't want you to think. Anybody starting a trend, whether it's a company or some type of group, they don't want you to think about it. Because if you think about it, you probably be like, what I need this for right now? What I'm doing is working. Think about it. Think about it. Like, think about it critically. Think about, it could be politics. It could be religion. It could be whatever. They don't want you to think about it. Because one of the things is when people follow, they're not really thinking. They just following. They ain't really thinking about it. Like, what is this doing for me? There's a lot of people, like I said, like just the clothing example. That's the least controversial. That's the least controversial, but a lot of people they just following along. And I'm like, this is still good. Like the clothes I wear, I got clothes I got years ago. There's no holes in them, And then when people come up with ideas or something or say, hey, this is the thing to do, I was like, well, okay, why am I doing this? See, one thing, if you want to be, we need more people that say why. Why? Question why. Why? I was like, why am I doing this? Why? Okay, what is this doing? Why? We need that. Because then the theys, whatever they are, they can't really get over on people who are thinking. If you get a critical mass of people who are critically thinking, there's a lot of stuff that'll be different. But a lot of people don't think. We have to be honest with it. A lot of people are following. That's their thing. They're following. They ain't thinking about it. A lot of people don't think. Seriously. If you say whatever clothing style is out there, they'll say, hey, like, oh, let's just wear this. It's like, are you really thinking about that? Or eating certain foods. Are you really thinking about that? Or following like different trends. Are you really thinking about that? Are you really doing what you want to do? Nah. Because then if you got more people who are thinking critically, then the theys lose their power. I want y'all to think about that. Because when people don't question stuff, when people just follow along blindly, You know, they just letting anything go. But because one thing, the only way you can have one group of people, a smaller group of people, control a larger group of people is that the larger group of people, they don't think about stuff. They just follow. They are heard. They just following along what somebody else is doing. It's like you got a bunch of people running in a certain direction and you get some people who are running. There was a joke about that. There was a comedian who joked about that, like saying why somebody is running and everything. In fact, I remember it was at a vending event in D.C. This is back in the 90s, and there was a point everybody just started running, and I'm like, and I ain't run because I had my stuff set up. I was like, why everybody running? Everybody's like, I don't know. Found out somebody was walking through with a snake, a pet snake. I'm like, come on now, come on. First of all, it's a pet snake. See, I was thinking critically. I was like, if there's a pet snake around somebody's neck, it's not a danger to anybody. It's not a danger, it's a pet snake. It's a big pet snake, but it's still a pet snake. The person with the pet snake even walked by. I was like, oh, the snake was chill. The snake was chilling, but people were just running. Not even questioning why. They just running. And you get a lot of people like that, like lemons. They gonna run off a cliff. It's like, why are you running off that cliff? Or everybody else doing it. You ain't thinking clearly. See, a smart one would be like, I ain't running off that cliff. Probably started a whole new species or something. But I'm gonna tell you what, we need more critical thinking, and it's not some magic or you had got to take a class. Just question stuff. Like, I don't mind if you question. Like I've said several times, even with all I talk about, not even just on this channel, but on my other channels. Like, okay, I'm known for talking about body game and everything. I like for people to question that, okay? Not just go against it. Now, I do have a problem when people just go against it, but I say, did you try it? Did you question it? Did you do anything to really see if it works or not? That's all I'm saying. Just, I don't mind if you question it. And I say question everything I say. Question it. Go see for yourself if it works. And if it don't work, come back and let me know. All right? Come back and let me know. Like body game, there's been a few people who've had serious questions and stuff. But then I said, okay, I need to like add something to it, right? And I've told people body game is just a bait. Body game is just a bait. You still got to be able to have a conversation and everything. So I didn't mind questions, like serious questions, and that's all critical thinking is just questioning. You thinking about it, you questioning stuff. You're not just accepting stuff. That's very important. And we need more, we need more of it. I'm gonna tell you what, society itself would change if we had people who would question more, who would think more about stuff. All right? So I want y'all to think on that, okay? Think critically on that. So anyway, that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.